As the quiet hours of the night settle softly upon the earth, allow your mind to slow down, your breathing to become gentle and deep, and your entire spirit to sink into the absolute stillness of my presence. The world around you may be filled with endless motion, noise, and demands that have drained your energy throughout the waking day. But within this quiet sanctuary, where you now lay your head, my peace rests like a soft, weightless blanket over your heart and mind. I know the heavy weight you have carried through the hours that have just passed. I have watched you in those quiet moments when your breath grew shallow and your heart felt heavy under the burden of unseen responsibilities, unspoken worries, and the relentless pressure to keep moving forward. You do not need to perform, to strive, to fix, or to prove anything to anyone in this sacred space. In this very moment, you are simply my beloved child, resting securely within the gentle, unbreakable grip of my grace. Allow the tension that is built up in your shoulders to dissolve into the air. Let the tightness in your chest yield to the natural, deep rhythm of rest that I designed for your body. I am present with you now, not as a cold or distant observer, but as a loving and compassionate father who measures every breath you take and holds every detail of your existence in complete tenderness. You reached out to me in the quiet longings of your soul, and in direct response to your seeking heart, I have drawn so close to you that my presence surrounds you like a warm, protective embrace. The spiritual atmosphere in your room is shifting even as you listen to these words, clearing away the residual heavy thoughts of the day and replacing them with the soothing comfort of my eternal affection. Nothing that occurred today, no matter how frustrating or imperfect it may have seemed, has diminished my devotion to your life in the slightest degree. And nothing that tomorrow may bring can ever strip away the absolute shelter I provide for your soul. As you prepare your thoughts for deep, uninterrupted sleep, make a conscious choice to release every lingering problem into my hands. I am the God who maintains the order of the stars and commands the motion of the seas, and I am infinitely capable of holding the circumstances of your family, your finances, your health, and your future while you close your eyes in peaceful surrender. Trust in the calm silence of this night, for I am watching over you with an everlasting love that never slumbers nor sleeps. Think back upon the journey that brought you to this present night. You have walked through years of labor, caregiving, decision-making, and silent endurance. You have poured out your energy for others, often putting your own needs on hold to ensure that those you love were provided for, comforted, and protected. I have recorded every quiet sacrifice you ever made. Not a single act of devotion, not a single patient word spoken in moments of stress, and not a single tear shed in the quiet hours has gone unnoticed by my heavenly eyes. There are seasons when the human body and mind grow weary from the sheer accumulation of life's demands. But tonight is given to you as a holy gift of renewal. You are permitted to lay down the cloak of responsibility for these hours. You do not have to carry the future on your shoulders tonight. You do not have to solve the equations of tomorrow before morning comes. My sovereignty is active even while your conscious mind rests. The air you breathe in right now is filled with my restoring life, soaking into your lungs, easing the strain in your muscles, and soothing the quiet fatigue in your bones. Feel the deep security of knowing that the one who created you is actively restoring your vitality while you sleep. You may sometimes feel isolated as the shadows of night lengthen around you, but the spiritual truth is that you are never alone. Right now, at this exact moment, you are encircled by an army of heavenly guardians dispatched directly from my celestial throne to stand guard over your rest. Long before the sun set, and long before you felt the physical weariness of the evening, I perceived the subtle worries and invisible anxieties that sought to disturb your peace of mind. In my sovereign care, I issued a divine decree across the spiritual realm on your behalf, commissioning forces of light to take up positions around your home, your bedroom, and your family. There is an unseen, impenetrable shield of divine protection stretched over your life, turning away every dark influence, every chaotic thought, and every heavy burden that attempts to settle upon your mind while you sleep. The adversary of your soul often seeks to exploit the quiet stillness of the night, whispering subtle lies of vulnerability, fear, and hopelessness when your body is tired and your defenses are low. But I declare to you tonight that fear has no legal standing in a home that is covered by my grace and sustained by my promise. The holy guardians stationed around your sleeping form carry authority directly from my throne, sent specifically to secure your environment and bring swift liberation from every mental bondage. When you lay down your head to rest, you are not surrendering to weakness. You are stepping deliberately under the royal canopy of my grace, where no harm can reach you. Picture in your heart the radiant, serene light of my glory illuminating every corner of your living space, dispelling every lingering cloud of sorrow, tension, and confusion. My celestial messengers remain completely vigilant through every hour of the night so that your mind can enter a state of total, unburdened repose. They are clearing the spiritual atmosphere around you, filtering out the heavy noise of the world and preserving the sanctity of your quiet sanctuary. No sudden terror of the night shall touch your heart, nor shall any hidden snare disrupt your sleep. For my favor wraps around you like a solid wall of iron and light. You are fully permitted to let go of the need to protect yourself tonight. You do not need to replay difficult scenarios in your head or strategize how to solve complex problems in the dark. The same supreme power that holds the galaxy in perfect balance is actively holding your heart, your mind, and your future in complete safety tonight. Sleep deeply and comfortably, knowing that you are cherished beyond human comprehension and guarded by forces that cannot fail. Consider the depth of safety that surrounds your dwelling. The doors and windows of your home are not merely secured by human locks, they are sealed by the unseen presence of my holy angels. Every hallway, every room, and every corner of your living space is saturated with my peaceful presence. If worries about your loved ones attempt to enter your thoughts, place those loved ones directly into my angelic care. I am watching over your adult children, your grandchildren, your aging relatives, and your dearest friends with the same protective intensity that I shower upon you. You do not need to carry the burden of their choices or their struggles while you sleep. My angels are ministering spirits sent to work on their behalf just as they work on yours. When you release them into my hands, you acknowledge that my love for them is even greater than your own. Let go of the heavy urge to control outcomes that lie outside your human reach. Trust that while you sleep, my divine providence is orchestrating connections, opening doors, and smoothing out rough paths for those you carry in your heart. The night is not a time of vulnerability, it is a time of holy divine activity, where I perform deep work in the quiet background of your life. I am deeply aware of the long, tiring season you have traversed, a season marked by quiet battles and spiritual exhaustion that tested your faith to its very core. There were days when you kept moving forward simply because others relied upon you, carrying the emotional weight of your family, your household, and your duties, while quietly burying your own pain deep within your chest. Your spirit felt dry and parched, like an arid land crying out for refreshing rain, and true, unhindered joy felt like a distant, fading memory from a chapter of life that seemed long gone. I have witnessed every tear you wiped away in secret when you thought nobody saw, and I heard every silent sigh that escaped your lips during those long drives or late nights when the weight of the world felt crushing. But I speak directly to your spirit tonight to declare that the long season of dryness is officially coming to a close. The deep emotional fatigue that has made your legs feel heavy and dimmed the natural shine in your eyes is being gently lifted and replaced by the living waters of my divine restoration. I do not expect you to produce joy through your own willpower or force yourself to feel positive when your energy is low, for human strength is limited and human endurance eventually runs dry. Instead, I am pouring my own infinite supernatural joy into the deepest layers of your soul as you rest tonight. This joy is not a fleeting emotion dependent on easy circumstances. It is an abiding, unshakable certainty that I am actively working all things together for your ultimate good, even the painful chapters that you did not understand. It is the peaceful realization that your worth as a human being is not determined by how much you achieve, how well you manage every family crisis, or how strong you pretend to be before others. Your identity is permanently anchored in my unconditional love for you, a love that remains constant regardless of your productivity or perfection. Allow your weary spirit to drink freely from the wellspring of my comfort in these quiet moments. Let the cold, heavy lingering of past hurts, disappointments, and regrets melt away in the gentle warmth of my restorative presence. I am removing the heavy mantle of quiet sorrow that you have worn for far too long and placing upon you a garment of light, peace, and quiet praise. You will laugh again with a pure, unburdened heart. You will look toward the horizon of your future not with subtle dread or apprehension, but with a vibrant, calm expectation of goodness. The energy and vitality you feared were gone forever are being quietly rebuilt within your body and mind right now, rising steadily like the morning sun. Understand that exhaustion often comes when you try to carry divine responsibilities with human shoulders. You were never created to hold the entire weight of your world. When you attempt to bear burdens that belong strictly in my hands, your nervous system grows overwhelmed, your sleep becomes fragmented, and your soul feels drained. Tonight, we are restoring the proper order of your life. You are returning the universe back to my supervision, and you are taking your rightful place as my cared-for child. Think of the restoration happening inside your body right now. In the quiet darkness, as your breath slows to a deep rhythmic pace, my healing power flows through your bloodstream. It soothes inflamed nerves, relaxes tight muscles, balances your mind, and restores the chemical harmony of your brain. The exhaustion of past years is being systematically erased by the quiet, steady work of my grace. You will notice a lightness returning to your step in the days ahead. The mental fog that made simple tasks feel daunting will clear away, replaced by sharp clarity and gentle focus. The heavy emotional cloud that made you feel distant from your own happiness will evaporate under the light of my affection. Reclaiming joy is not something you have to labor for. It is something you simply receive as you allow me to love you in the quietness of this night. Sleep deeply, knowing that your soul is being systematically refilled with the rich, vibrant energy of heaven. I urge you to consider with great care the words that move through your mind and pass across your lips, for human speech possesses immense spiritual significance, especially in the quiet privacy of your own home. Your words are not harmless or empty sounds. They are spiritual seeds planted directly into the environment of your life, shaping your emotional landscape and influencing the reality of your daily walk. When you give voice to constant worry, self-criticism, or declarations of defeat, you inadvertently invite thick clouds of anxiety and confusion to hover over your home. But when you consciously align your words with my eternal promises, you release a holy power that cuts cleanly through discouragement and banishes gloom from your heart. Speak to yourself with kindness, gentle mercy, and profound respect in these quiet moments before you drift into sleep. Refuse to give space to the destructive whispers of the adversary who seeks to convince you that you have failed, that your life is unfulfilling, or that your best years are behind you. Let your private thoughts and whispered words be filled entirely with sacred restorative truth. Speak over your life that you are dearly loved, fully forgiven, divinely protected, and anchored in a purpose that cannot be shaken by world events. The prayers you whisper in the darkness of your bedroom resound through the corridors of heaven like a magnificent symphony. Even when you lack the physical energy to pray long, eloquent prayers, even when your prayer consists of a single breathy whisper asking for my help, it reaches my throne with absolute clarity and infinite importance. I do not evaluate your prayers based on human eloquence or religious performance. I look directly at the humble sincerity of your heart. Guard your mouth against harsh, bitter words born of sheer tiredness, and shield your soul from the cutting words of people who do not understand the sacred path you walk. Words spoken against you in malice, jealousy, or thoughtlessness carry no spiritual weight against your true identity in me. I am the sole author and finisher of your life, and my word over your existence guarantees ultimate peace, spiritual health, and complete victory. Let your final spoken words or silent thoughts tonight be filled with calm thanksgiving, releasing every lingering problem into my hands and resting in the assurance that your answers are already taking shape. Remember the incredible creative authority embedded in quiet, sacred speech. When you speak words of faith over your body, you speak life into every cell. When you speak words of peace over your household, you create a tangible atmosphere where anxiety cannot survive. When you bless those who have frustrated you, you release yourself from the toxic chains of lingering resentment and open the windows of heaven over your own soul. Practice speaking softly to your own heart during these quiet evening hours. Tell your soul to be at rest. Say to your mind that the work of the day is finished and that God is in control. Tell your body that it is safe to completely unwind, that no threat approaches, and that sleep is a holy gift to be enjoyed. When you fill your bedroom with internal sentences of divine assurance, you transform your physical space into a sanctuary of peace. Negative thoughts will attempt to enter like uninvited guests, presenting scary scenarios or replaying past mistakes. But you have the divine power to gently reject them. You can replace every thought of fear with a quiet declaration of my faithfulness. Remind yourself of the countless times I have made a way for you in the past when you saw no way out. The same God who carried you through previous wildernesses is carrying you safely through this present hour. Let your mind settle on thoughts of my goodness, my mercy, and my permanent commitment to your well-being. As your physical body settles deeper into physical relaxation, set a sweet and deliberate intention in your spirit for how you will welcome the new day that awaits you. Before the sun breaks over the horizon and before the busy demands of the world begin to pull at your attention, decide to create a sacred sanctuary of peace in the quiet morning hours. I am already waiting for you in those pristine early moments before the house wakes up and before the noise of everyday life fills your ears with distraction. When your eyes open tomorrow, do not immediately reach for the heavy cares of the world, the chaotic news of the day, or the endless chatter of human opinions. Reach first for me. Come directly into my presence in the quiet pre-dawn light, even if only for a few peaceful, uninterrupted minutes of quiet breath and contemplation. Bring me your initial morning thoughts, your quiet hopes for the day, and your open, willing heart. In that holy stillness, I will fill your spirit with supernatural wisdom, steady emotional balance, and physical vitality that will sustain you through every task ahead. When you establish a daily covenant to meet with me in the early morning, you set an unbreakable tone of divine alignment for your entire day. You transform your morning routine into a spiritual altar where peace is firmly established long before stress has any opportunity to touch your mind. I delight in hearing your voice in the gentle quiet of the dawn, receiving your quiet dreams, your simple requests, and your genuine gratitude. That consistent morning devotion becomes a fragrant offering that purifies the atmosphere of your home and anchors your mind in absolute clarity. You will find yourself walking through daily challenges with a calm, unwavering confidence, knowing that you have already sat in the presence of the Almighty before facing the world. Situations that once triggered frustration or anxiety will lose their power over your emotions because your spirit will be firmly grounded in my eternal composure. Go to sleep now with the joyful anticipation of that sweet morning appointment, knowing that I am already preparing the exact blessings, guidance, and peaceful solutions that will greet you as you awake. Imagine the beauty of waking up without that familiar sense of morning rush or subtle dread. Imagine opening your eyes to a quiet morning where your first sensation is the comforting warmth of my presence resting beside you. When you dedicate the very first moments of your waking life to quiet fellowship with me, you build an invisible fortress around your spirit. The challenges of the day may still present themselves, but they will hit that fortress and bounce off, leaving your inner peace completely undisturbed. In those early hours, I will give you quiet instincts about decisions you need to make. I will whisper gentle words of encouragement that will echo in your memory throughout the afternoon. I will grant you a patient demeanor that will soothe the tense people around you and bring harmony into your relationships. Your morning meeting with me is not a burdensome religious duty, it is your daily sanctuary, your personal oasis where your soul is refueled with living grace. Let your last thought before slipping into sleep be a joyful promise to seek my face in the quiet dawn. As the quiet night wraps around you completely, feel the deep, untroubled rhythm of my love sustaining your heart. Every muscle in your body can now fully surrender its tension. Your forehead can relax, your jaw can loosen, your shoulders can rest heavy upon your bed, and your breathing can drift into a slow, effortless wave of complete peace. You are held by the Creator of the universe. You are protected by armies of celestial watchers. Your past is fully cleansed, your present is completely secure, and your future is brimming with my divinely prepared goodness. There is nothing left to fear, nothing left to carry, and nothing left to worry about in this sacred hour. If this divine peace settles upon your heart tonight, take a brief moment to subscribe and like as we continue this journey together. Rest easy tonight, knowing that as the darkness fades, a morning of unprecedented clarity is waiting to greet your soul. Allow the quiet stillness of this late hour to draw you deeper into the infinite ocean of my divine grace. Feel the bed beneath your body holding your physical frame, supporting every limb and easing every ache. Just as my eternal arms hold your fragile soul in total, unbreakable safety. As the dark sky wraps around your window, let your breath slow down to a smooth, effortless rhythm. Inhale the clean, restoring air of my peace, allowing it to expand through your lungs and seep into every cell of your physical body. Exhale the heavy, lingering tightness that has settled in your neck, your shoulders, and your chest over the course of this tiring day. You do not need to rush into sleep, nor do you need to force your mind into instant silence. Simply allow yourself to float upon the tranquil waters of my presence, letting the heavy weight of the world slide off your back and dissolve into the depth of my mercy. For many years you have carried heavy burdens in quiet solitude, wearing a brave face for those who depend upon you while silently bearing pains that no human eye ever witnessed. You have walked through seasons of profound fatigue, managing household responsibilities, workplace pressures, physical discomforts, and family worries while burying your own silent suffering deep inside your heart. You believed that you had to be the strong one, the anchor for everyone else, the one who never stumbled or showed vulnerability. I have seen every single moment of that hidden exhaustion. I stood beside you in those quiet drives home when tears filled your eyes behind your dark glasses. I sat beside you on the edge of your bed in the dead of night when anxiety tightened its grip around your heart and made breathing feel like labor. I heard every unspoken sigh that escaped your lips when you thought nobody was listening. You do not have to wear that heavy armor tonight. You do not have to protect anyone or carry anything in this space. I am your true anchor, and in my presence, you are completely free to lay down the exhausting role of being strong all on your own. Think of the silent suffering you have harbored as a heavy vessel filled with cold, stagnant water that you have dragged behind you for decades. Tonight, I invite you to turn that vessel over and let every drop of stored-up sorrow spill out onto the dry earth of my forgiving love. You do not need to feel embarrassed by the tears you have held back, nor do you need to hide the wounds that life has inflicted upon your soul. Human life is filled with sudden disappointments, sharp betrayals, unmet expectations, and quiet griefs that compound over time. When you hold those painful experiences inside without releasing them, they solidify into a heavy emotional fatigue that drains your physical energy and dims your natural joy. But when you bring those quiet hurts into the light of my presence, they begin to lose their power over your mind. My grace is like a warm, soothing tide that flows over the sharp edges of your past, smoothing away the sting of old memories and cleansing the deep corridors of your heart. Let your muscles loosen completely as you realize that you no longer have to carry the weight of silent suffering. You do not have to prove your resilience to me, for I already know the full extent of your endurance. I know how hard you have tried, how much you have given, and how deeply you have loved, even when your efforts were overlooked or taken for granted by those around you. Your labor has not been in vain, but the season of striving through sheer human grit is over. Tonight begins a new era of resting in my divine sufficiency. Allow your heart to yield to the gentle ebb and flow of my comforting spirit. With every slow exhale, imagine releasing another heavy memory, another unspoken fear, and another lingering resentment into the vast sea of my forgetfulness. My ocean of grace is so deep and so vast that it can absorb every ounce of your accumulated pain without ever overflowing, leaving you light, clean, and entirely whole. As you rest in this quiet sanctuary, know that I invite you to speak your absolute, unfiltered truth to me tonight. Religion often teaches human beings to approach the divine with rigid, scripted prayers, hiding their true emotions behind formal words and manufactured piety. But I do not desire superficial flattery or empty performance from my children. I long for authentic, heart-to-heart intimacy with you. You can bring your rawest feelings into my presence without any fear of rejection, condemnation, or judgment. If you are angry about how certain events turned out, speak that anger directly to me. If you are deeply confused about why certain prayers seem to go unanswered for so long, lay that confusion plainly at my feet. If you feel lingering bitterness toward people who mistreated you, or disappointment regarding promises that seemed to fall through, pour out every single drop of that frustration before my throne. My love for you is not fragile, nor is my ego easily offended by human pain and emotional honesties. I can handle the full weight of your grief, your doubts, and your burning questions. When you whisper your unfiltered truth to me in the dark, you are not offending me. You are opening the doors of your heart and letting me into the real, unedited spaces of your life. I already know what you are thinking before the words even form on your tongue, so there is no reason to hide your true emotional state behind polite religious phrases. If your spirit feels broken, tell me it is broken. If your faith feels small and fragile like a flickering candle in a harsh wind, admit that smallness to me. In that moment of complete, unvarnished honesty, my power meets your weakness, and my peace rushes into the void left by your surrender. Consider how liberating it is to drop the mask completely before the one who created you. You spend so much of your waking life regulating your words, filtering your reactions, and controlling your expressions to keep the peace among family, friends, and coworkers. You walk on eggshells around fragile temperaments and carry the burden of keeping everyone else comfortable. But here, in the sanctuary of our fellowship, you can be entirely real. You can complain, you can weep, you can express your doubts, and you can air your deepest grievances without any fear that I will walk away or withhold my affection from you. I meet your raw honesty not with sharp lectures or stern scolding, but with profound understanding and tender mercy. I see the context of your whole life, the pressures you have faced, and the pain that drove you to frustration, and my response is always love, comfort, and restorative grace. Let the lingering heat of unexpressed anger drain out of your mind right now. Release the sharp, exhausting urge to justify yourself, to prove that you were right, or to demand answers from a world that so often acts without justice. Place every unresolved argument, every unfair situation, and every lingering question mark into my hands, trusting that I am the righteous judge who will ultimately set all things straight in my perfect time and way. You do not have to figure out the mysteries of your life tonight. You only need to pour out your heart like water before me, letting go of the need to understand everything, and allowing my calm presence to fill the spaces where confusion once reigned. As you speak your private truth, feel a deep, settling calm spread through your mind, replacing mental turbulence with exquisite, unbothered peace. Look out upon the circumstances of your life that have felt like violent, chaotic storms threatening to capsize your peace of mind. You may be facing tempestuous winds of financial strain, relational turmoil within your family, perplexing health challenges, or deep uncertainties about what lies ahead in your future years. In the dark hours of the night, those external storms always seem larger, louder, and more destructive than they actually are. The human mind, when fatigued, naturally magnifies potential dangers, spinning complex webs of worst-case scenarios that rob you of your rest and fill your chest with sharp anxiety. But I ask you tonight to look beyond the crashing waves and fix your inner eyes upon me, the sovereign Lord who walks effortlessly upon the surface of the raging sea. Just as I stood in the bow of a fragile fishing vessel thousands of years ago and spoke 3 simple words that silenced the roaring winds and flattened the wild waves of Galilee, I am speaking those exact same words over your life tonight. Peace, be still. I am commanding the chaotic winds of anxiety in your mind to drop their force immediately. I am commanding the churning waves of fear in your heart to settle into a glassy, undisturbed calm. There is no storm in your personal world that possesses more power than my spoken word. The situations that look like insurmountable disasters to human eyes are simple matters easily governed by my supreme authority. The conflicts that seem completely impossible to resolve are already being dismantled by my invisible strategic grace working quietly behind the scenes. Feel the tangible sensation of that divine quietness entering your immediate physical environment. Imagine the wild, restless energy of your thoughts slowing down to match the steady, peaceful beat of my heart. The world may continue to turn, and external life may still carry its share of unpredictable events, but inside the sanctuary of your soul, a deep, unbreakable stillness is being firmly established. You are like a sturdy vessel, anchored securely in a sheltered bay. Though the ocean outside the harbor may rage, the waters where you rest remain smooth, safe, and entirely undisturbed. Allow your body to absorb this holy calm. Let your heart rate settle into a slow, resting rhythm. Let your facial muscles relax completely, smoothing away the deep lines of worry that have rested on your brow throughout the day. Understand that the storms of life are merely temporary atmospheric conditions. They are not your permanent reality, nor do they define your ultimate destination. A storm passes through, but the mountain upon which you stand remains fixed and unshakable. You have weathered many difficult seasons in your long journey through life, and every single one of those past storms eventually ran out of rain, lost its wind, and gave way to bright, warm sunshine. This current trial will follow the exact same path. It does not have the power to destroy you, for I have endowed your spirit with divine resilience and wrapped your life in my protective favor. The darkness of the present hour is merely the quiet prelude to a magnificent display of my delivering power that will leave you in awe of my faithfulness. Rest deeply in this knowledge, letting the storm rage outside while you nestle securely within the warm, quiet sanctuary of my care. To truly rest, your soul must be anchored to something that never changes, never fails, and never shifts under the pressure of circumstances. Earthly foundations are inherently unstable. Human relationships can fracture. Financial resources can fluctuate. Health can experience sudden turns. And social structures can crumble overnight. If you build your inner peace upon the shifting sands of human consistency or favorable circumstances, your heart will remain perpetually anxious, constantly scanning the environment for potential threats. But tonight, I call you to anchor your soul upon the immovable, eternal rock of my divine love. My love for you is not a passive emotion or a conditional reward that depends on your good behavior. It is an active, invincible force that was established before the foundation of the world and will endure long after the stars fade from the sky. Consider the depth and permanence of this love that encompasses your life. I knew every mistake you would ever make, every doubt you would ever entertain, and every flaw you would ever display long before I formed you in your mother's womb. And yet I chose you, loved you, and destined you for glory without a single moment of hesitation. Nothing you do can ever cause me to love you less, and nothing you achieve can ever cause me to love you more. My affection for you is absolute, complete, and forever fixed in the heavenly realm. When you truly grasp the unyielding reality of this love, fear loses its grip on your mind. Because perfect love casts out every trace of tormenting fear. You no longer have to live in dread of what tomorrow might bring. For tomorrow is already held in the hands of the one who loves you with an everlasting passion. Build your internal life upon this solid foundation, and you will become entirely unshakable. When bad news comes, your heart will not be terrified because your trust is firmly established in the Lord. When people walk away or fail to keep their promises, your identity will remain completely intact because your ultimate worth is defined by my unchanging word, not by human approval. When life presents unexpected obstacles, you will look at them not as signs of divine abandonment, but as sacred opportunities to witness my miraculous power, turning curses into blessings. You are a child of the King of Kings, an heir to eternal glory, and a recipient of infinite mercy. Let this majestic truth sink deep into your subconscious mind as you drift toward sleep, filling your inner world with profound dignity, quiet strength, and unbreakable confidence. Think of how safe a small child feels when resting securely against the chest of a loving, powerful parent, completely unconcerned with the household bills, the outdoor weather, or the complexities of the adult world. That is the exact childlike trust I invite you to cultivate in my presence tonight. You can drop the heavy, artificial persona of being an adult who must figure out every detail of existence. You can crawl into my metaphorical lap, lay your tired head against my warm shoulder, and let me manage the cosmos while you close your eyes in deep, refreshing sleep. I am taking full responsibility for your life, your home, your family, and your future. There is no problem too complex for my wisdom to solve, no debt too large for my abundance to clear, and no broken relationship too shattered for my grace to restore. As you lie here in the dark, surrender your tight grip on the wheel of your life. Stop trying to steer every outcome and predict every turn in the road ahead. Hand the controls completely over to me, trusting that I am the expert navigator who knows every dangerous turn, every hidden pothole, and every scenic detour along your journey. I will lead you by paths of righteousness, peace, and abundance, guiding you safely into the fullness of your destiny. All that is required of you tonight is simple, quiet trust. Breathe out your need to control. Breathe in my sovereign grace, and let your entire physical and mental being sink into the profound comfort of absolute surrender. Feel the lingering tension melting completely away from your fingers, your hands, your wrists, and your arms. Let the relaxation move up through your shoulders, soothing your neck, and releasing the small muscles around your eyes and temples. Let your jaw hang loosely, completely relaxed, as your mind enters a gentle twilight space between waking and dreaming. The air in your room feels cool and clean, and the blankets over your body carry a pleasant, comforting warmth that lulls you deeper into repose. You are safe. You are deeply loved. You are protected by legions of holy angels. You are resting on an unshakable foundation that will never give way beneath you. Every lingering heavy thought has been cast into the calm, infinite ocean of my grace, where it has sunk into oblivion, never to rise again to torment your spirit. The storms of life have lost their power to frighten you, for my soft voice has spoken quietness over your inner atmosphere. Your unfiltered truth has been heard and received with infinite tenderness, and your soul is now anchored in the everlasting reality of my unconditional love. There is nothing left for you to do tonight except sleep deeply, peacefully, and without interruption, knowing that I am keeping watch over your life and preparing marvelous things for your future. If this divine peace brings comfort to your spirit, subscribe and like to continue walking in my light. As your heart calms, prepare to discover how the very delays that frustrated you were actually hidden acts of divine protection. As the quiet shadows of the night grow deeper and the surrounding world settles into absolute stillness, allow your mind to drift away from the noise, worries, and frantic pacing of daily life. Feel the gentle, rhythmic rising and falling of your breath as you sink further into the deep cushion of your bed. With every slow breath you take in, swallow the calming truth that you are fully sheltered within my infinite care. And as you breathe out, release every tight muscle, every lingering worry, and every unspoken concern that has weighed upon your mind throughout the day. You are in a safe, sacred space where no demands are made of you, where no one is evaluating your performance, and where your soul is permitted to simply rest in the stillness of my everlasting love. In the quiet solitude of this late hour, I want to bring comfort to a subtle ache that has lingered in your heart for a very long time. You have spent countless days and sleepless nights pondering over doors that suddenly slammed shut in your face, opportunities that seemed to slip through your fingers just when you were about to reach them, and plans that dissolved into thin air despite your best efforts and earnest prayers. In those moments of disappointment, you felt a deep sting of confusion. You questioned whether you had made a mistake, whether your faith was too weak, or whether I had somehow turned my gaze away from your needs. But I speak to your spirit tonight to reveal a glorious truth that will bring deep relief to your mind. Those closed doors were not punishments, nor were they signs of divine abandonment. They were, in truth, profound miracles of divine protection. Human vision is naturally limited to the immediate present. You see only the attractive entrance of a path, the appealing promises of an opportunity, or the pleasant initial stages of a venture. but my eyes look across the entire expanse of time. I see what lies far down the road, hidden around corners that human sight cannot penetrate. I saw the hidden traps, the emotional exhaustion, the financial strain, and the quiet heartbreak that was waiting for you behind those doors you so desperately wanted open. When you cried out to me for success, progress, and blessing, I answered your prayer not by giving you what you thought you wanted in that moment, but by shielding you from a disaster you could not foresee. I closed those doors with my own sovereign hand, blocking your passage so that you would not walk into a season of unnecessary pain. Consider how often you have grieved over a detour, unaware that the detour was keeping you safe from an unseen collapse further down the highway. What felt like a painful rejection from a career opportunity, a financial arrangement, or a social circle was actually my protective grace erecting an invisible boundary around your life. I love you too deeply to allow you to build your future upon foundations that would eventually crumble beneath your feet. I care too much for your spiritual and emotional well-being to grant requests that would ultimately draw you away from peace and leave your soul in state of distress. Every delay you experienced and every obstacle that blocked your progress was an act of divine intervention, keeping your feet planted on solid ground while I dismantled dangers you didn't even know existed. As you lie here in the dark, let go of the lingering disappointment over what might have been. Stop replaying those past scenarios in your mind, wondering how things could have turned out if only a certain door had stayed open. Trust that if something was truly meant for your highest good, for your deep peace, and for your divine purpose, no force on earth or in heaven could have kept it from you. The fact that it closed and remained closed is absolute proof that it was not part of the life I have prepared for you. Breathe out the heavy frustration of trying to force open doors that I have locked for your safety. Breathe in the sweet, restful assurance that every door closed by my hand is a quiet promise that a far better, safer, and more fulfilling path is being prepared for your feet. Along with the pain of closed doors, your heart has also carried the quiet sting of changing relationships and lost connections. Look back with gentle clarity upon the individuals who have drifted away from your life over the past few years. There were people you considered loyal friends, trusted companions, and sweet confidants who suddenly grew cold, distant, or argumentative over small matters, eventually walking away entirely. There were those whose attitudes toward you shifted without warning, leaving you feeling confused, wounded, and questioning your own worth. You spent long hours analyzing what you might have said or done wrong, searching your memory for mistakes, and attempting to repair bonds that kept breaking despite your patient endurance. I want you to hear me clearly tonight. You do not need to carry the guilt or the sting of those fractured relationships any longer. The departure of certain people from your life was not a tragedy, nor was it a reflection of your value as a human being. It was a gentle, necessary act of divine pruning. When a master gardener tends to a precious vine, he carefully trims away branches that are no longer contributing to the health and fruitfulness of the plant. If those non-productive or harmful branches are left attached, they drain the vital strength of the vine, preventing it from producing rich, healthy fruit. In the very same way, I saw that certain connections in your life had become toxic, draining your emotional strength, clouding your clarity, and subtly undermining your peace. Some individuals were present in your life only for a brief season, meant to teach you valuable lessons about boundaries, discernment, and self-worth, but they were never intended to walk with you into the promised land of your future. When their season ended, their presence began to create friction and confusion because their heart trajectories were no longer aligned with the quiet sanctuary of peace I am building within your soul. Rather than allowing them to drag you into prolonged conflict, petty drama, or emotional exhaustion, I permitted circumstances that caused them to step away. I created space in your life by removing influences that were quietly sapping your energy and holding you back from stepping into your full spiritual maturity. Do not harbor bitterness or anger toward those who walked away, nor should you spend your precious mental energy brooding over deceptive words or broken promises. Forgive them fully and release them completely into my care tonight. Wish them peace, but recognize that their departure was my way of protecting your inner atmosphere. I am guarding your heart from subtle betrayals and emotional weariness that would have weighed you down in the years ahead. When people leave your life, it is often my quiet way of answering your prayer to be delivered from harm and subtle toxicity. I am clearing out the crowded, noisy rooms of your life so that you can hear my voice clearly and enjoy deep, authentic relationships with people who truly honor, respect, and love you for who you are. Feel the sharp sting of past relational disappointments melting away under the warm, soothing balm of my unconditional love. You do not need to seek validation from fallible human beings who change their minds with every passing wind. My love for you is steadfast, constant, and completely devoid of hidden agendas or deceptive motives. I am the friend who sticks closer than any brother, the companion who will never misinterpret your heart, and the father who will never abandon you when life becomes difficult. As you rest in my faithful presence tonight, let your heart be filled with deep gratitude for the peace that surrounds you, knowing that your social and emotional world has been carefully cleansed and guarded by my loving hands. In this fast-paced world, human beings are constantly conditioned to hurry, to demand instant results, and to become deeply anxious whenever things do not happen according to their strict personal schedules. You live in a culture that equates speed with success and views waiting as a wasted, meaningless interval. This societal urgency often creeps into your spiritual walk, making you feel restless and impatient when your prayers do not receive immediate, visible answers. You begin to feel as though time is running out, as though you are falling behind your peers, or as though your life is stalled in an endless waiting room while everyone else moves forward into their dreams. Tonight, I call you to step out of the world's frantic rhythm and enter into the timeless, holy pace of my divine providence. Consider the natural world that I created. A majestic oak tree does not grow overnight, nor does a fine garden bloom in a single hour. The most beautiful, enduring, and valuable things in creation require time, quiet cultivation, and patient waiting under the surface of the earth. Holy patience is not a passive, miserable endurance of delay. It is an active, joyful art of resting securely in the knowledge that your Heavenly Father is working behind the scenes, meticulously preparing every detail of your future before He hands it to you. When an answer to your prayer appears to be delayed, it is never because I am sluggish, forgetful, or unconcerned with your needs. I operate according to a divine clock that is synchronized with absolute wisdom and perfect timing. If I were to grant your heart's desires before you were spiritually and emotionally prepared to handle them, those very blessings could become heavy burdens that crush your spirit. Furthermore, if I were to send you forward into a new season before the terrain ahead was fully prepared, you would run directly into hidden traps and unnecessary hazards. The waiting period that feels so frustrating to your human nature is actually the sacred kitchen where I am cooking up something far grander and more lasting than anything you could ask or imagine. During these seasons of holy waiting, I am doing two crucial things simultaneously. I am preparing you for the blessing, and I am preparing the blessing for you. I am strengthening your character, deepening your roots of faith, polishing your discernment, and teaching you how to hold future abundance with humility and wisdom. At the same time, I am moving human hearts, aligning circumstances, opening strategic channels, and removing hidden obstacles along the road you will soon walk. If I were to rush the process to satisfy your temporary impatience, the outcome would be fragile and short-lived. But when you allow my timing to complete its perfect work, the result is a permanent, unshakable victory that brings deep peace and enduring joy to your entire household. Slow your thoughts down right now to match the steady, calm beat of my eternal heart. Let go of that artificial sense of panic that tells you time is running out or that you missed your window of opportunity. You are precisely where you need to be in this moment, held safely in the turning of my divine seasons. The age you have reached, the life stage you are currently navigating, and the resources you currently possess are all perfectly factored into my sovereign design for your life. You have missed nothing that was truly appointed for you. Stop looking at the clock with dread and start looking at my promises with serene, unbothered trust. Time is my creation, and I know exactly how to redeem lost years, accelerate long-delayed blessings, and compress decades of fruitfulness into a single season of divine favor. As you practice the art of holy patience, you will notice a profound transformation taking place within your physical body and emotional state. The chronic internal tension that comes from constant striving, worrying, and rushing will simply evaporate from your system. Your blood pressure will settle into a healthy, quiet baseline. Your nervous system will come out of its hyper-vigilant state of survival, and your mind will stop racing through endless lists of potential future problems. Patience is a holy medicine that heals the weary human frame from the inside out, restoring vitality to your body and quiet serenity to your soul. Embrace the stillness of this night as a gift of holy time, a sacred pause where nothing is required of you except to exist, to breathe, and to be loved by the God who holds all your tomorrows securely in His hands. Because I have carefully managed your closed doors, pruned away harmful relationships, and taken the necessary time to prepare your environment, the path that lies directly ahead of you is now clear, safe, and fully prepared for your feet. In past seasons, you had to tread very cautiously, feeling like you were walking through a dark, unfamiliar forest full of hidden sharp rocks, sudden drops, and unexpected snares. Every step required intense mental concentration and emotional labor, leaving you exhausted by the time evening arrived. You spent so much energy just trying not to fall or lose your way that you had very little joy left to appreciate the journey itself. I want you to sleep in absolute peace tonight, knowing that those dark, hazardous trails belong strictly to your past. The path I am laying out before you for this coming season is a cleared highway of divine favor, paved with my promises and illuminated by the gentle light of my Holy Spirit. While you have been resting, praying, and enduring past trials, my angels have been actively working as a celestial construction crew on your behalf. They have been leveling the steep mountains of difficulty that once towered over your head, filling in the deep valleys of despair that threatened to swallow your hope, and removing every sharp rock of offense that could cause your feet to stumble. When the moment arrives for you to step forward into your next chapter, you will discover that the journey feels entirely different from anything you have experienced before. You will not have to fight for every inch of progress, nor will you have to manipulate circumstances or struggle against overwhelming resistance to achieve simple stability. You will walk across cleared ground with steady, dignified, and joyful steps. Doors that previously required immense force to nudge open will now swing wide before you at the lightest touch of your hand. Opportunities that once seemed far beyond your reach will present themselves naturally, fitting effortlessly into your lifestyle and bringing peace rather than complex stress. This cleared path does not mean that life will be devoid of all work or responsibility, but it does mean that the heavy, chaotic friction that once characterized your life has been permanently removed by my grace. You will experience what it means to walk in easy yokes and light burdens, where my divine power does the heavy lifting, while you simply follow my gentle guidance with an open, trusting heart. The resources you need will arrive on time, the wisdom you require will be granted generously without judgment, and the right, genuine companions will step onto the path alongside you, offering authentic support, quiet encouragement, and real fellowship. Picture yourself walking along a quiet, sunlit path through a beautiful, serene meadow, feeling the cool breeze against your face and the firm, stable ground beneath your feet. There are no hidden hazards waiting to trip you up, no aggressive enemies lurking in the shadows, and no terrifying surprises waiting around the bend. Every inch of the trail has been thoroughly inspected, cleared, and blessed by the God who goes before you. You can walk with your head held high, your chest open, and a calm, confident smile upon your face, taking in the beauty of the landscape and enjoying every moment of the journey. That peaceful visual is not a mere fantasy. It is the true spiritual reality of the life I am opening up for your future. As you prepare to slip completely into deep restorative sleep, let your entire body surrender to the complete security of this cleared path. Let your feet and legs, which have walked through so many rough terrains in life, sink heavily into the comfort of your bed. Let your hands, which have strived and labored through so many difficult tasks, loosen their grip and rest peacefully at your sides. Let your mind, which has carried the burden of trying to anticipate and solve every problem, turn off its analytical machinery and drift into the soft, comforting darkness of sleep. Everything has been taken care of by the Lord of the universe. Your safety is guaranteed, your future is bright, and your path is entirely clear. If you feel my peace resting upon your heart, subscribe and like to stay connected with my word. Sleep in safety, for tomorrow you step closer to the threshold of a promised season meant entirely for your healing. As the darkness of the night settles comfortably around your home, let your physical body sink into complete, unburdened relaxation. Feel the soft weight of your blanket, the gentle support of your pillow beneath your head, and the slow, rhythmic cadence of your own breathing. In this quiet sanctuary of your bedroom, far removed from the noise and heavy demands of the daytime world, my presence surrounds you like a warm, protective mantle. You have carried so many responsibilities throughout your life, managing the intricate details of work, family, and home, but in this sacred hour, you are permitted to let your mind come to a full and peaceful stop. Inhale deeply, pulling in the clean, refreshing essence of my peace, and exhale slowly, releasing every lingering trace of tension in your jaw, your shoulders, and your back. You are completely safe, deeply loved, and held securely in the center of my eternal grace. In the middle years of your journey, you have spent many long seasons searching for doors that promised stability, comfort, and ultimate security. You looked for safety through decades of hard labor, through financial planning, through the approval of others, and through endless striving to secure a bright future for yourself and those you cherish. You often knocked on doors that appeared promising from a distance, only to find cold disappointment, unexpected delays, or temporary shelters that could not withstand the heavy storms of life. You may have wondered why so many avenues seemed blocked, why certain doors closed tightly just as you approached them, or why your diligent efforts did not always yield the immediate peace you sought. But tonight, I want to open your spiritual eyes to a profound truth. Those earthly doors were never designed to be your true sanctuary, nor were they capable of holding the vastness of the blessings I have reserved for your life. Stop looking toward the world to find the door to your future, for I am the true door, the eternal pathway, and the safe harbor you have been seeking all along. When you enter into the sanctuary of my presence, you are not stepping into a fragile, temporary structure built by human hands. You are stepping into an unshakable kingdom of divine favor, absolute peace, and complete provision. The true door stands wide open before you right now, in the quiet privacy of this night. It does not require worldly status, flawless achievements, or frantic striving to enter. It simply requires you to yield your weary heart, to trust in my love, and to walk through with childlike faith. As you cross the threshold of my presence, the heavy burdens you have dragged for years fall away at your feet, leaving you light, refreshed, and entirely whole. Consider how much energy you have expended trying to force open opportunities that were never meant for your journey. Human wisdom often measures progress by visible activity and immediate results, but my divine providence works through quiet, unseen alignments that bring forth miraculous outcomes in perfect timing. The door that stands open before you tonight leads into a season where you no longer have to push against heavy, resistant circumstances to secure your well-being. In this divine sanctuary, my grace goes before you, clearing your path, arranging favorable encounters, and unlocking resources that human effort could never produce. Step through this open door with complete confidence, knowing that your past strivings are finished and that a life of quiet rest, profound alignment, and unexpected miracles is unfolding around you. As you settle deeper into the calm waters of my presence, allow your heart to let go of the ghosts of past failures that have haunted your quiet moments for far too long. In the middle decades of life, it is common for the human mind to look backward, replaying old chapters and listing the missteps, missed opportunities, and poor decisions that occurred along the way. Late at night, when the world is quiet, the adversary often whispers subtle accusations into your thoughts, reminding you of financial choices that did not pan out, relationships that broke down despite your efforts, or moments when you felt you failed as a parent, a spouse, or a friend. These lingering shadows of regret create an invisible weight on your chest, convincing you that you have compromised your future or that your best years have been squandered on mistakes. I speak directly to your weary spirit tonight to declare that the blood of my covenant has completely erased every single failure from your record. In my eyes, your past is not a ledger of mistakes, but a sacred classroom where wisdom, resilience, and deep compassion were forged within your character. Not a single year you lived was wasted, and not a single trial you endured was in vain. I take the broken fragments of your past missteps and weave them into a magnificent tapestry of divine grace that displays my redeeming power. Stop judging your present worth by the standard of past chapters that have already been closed and sealed by my forgiveness. You are not defined by what went wrong 10, 20, or 30 years ago. You are defined by my unchanging love for you and the glorious purpose I am fulfilling in your life right now. Silence those quiet voices of self-condemnation that tell you it is too late for you to experience true joy, robust health, or spiritual abundance. I am the God who restores the years that the locusts have eaten, the God who turns dry, barren wildernesses into lush, fruitful gardens. When human logic says your time is past, my divine grace steps in to accelerate your progress and shower you with unmerited favor. You do not have to carry the heavy guilt of past errors into the pristine sanctuary of your future. Drop the heavy baggage of self-blame right now, letting it sink into the deep sea of my divine forgetfulness. You are fully forgiven, completely cleansed, and granted a fresh, clean start in my presence tonight. Embrace the liberating truth that your worth has never been tied to human perfection, but to my eternal choice to love you unconditionally. When you release the need to rewrite the past, you free up immense emotional and spiritual energy to enjoy the rich blessings of the present moment. Feel the cool, cleansing breeze of my mercy blowing through the hallways of your memory, sweeping away every trace of shame, regret, and lingering bitterness. You are stepping into this new season as a refined, wise, and deeply cherished child of the King, unburdened by old ghosts and fully equipped to walk in the fullness of your divine destiny. As a person navigating the mature years of life, One of the deepest concerns resting upon your heart is the future and security of your family. You spend quiet hours worrying about the well-being of your adult children, wondering if they will make wise choices, find stability, and walk in peace. You carry gentle anxieties regarding your grandchildren, hoping they will be protected from the harsh, confusing influences of the modern world. You also consider your own aging process, worrying about your physical health, your financial stability, and whether you will become a burden to those you love. These thoughts can create a subtle, constant current of underlying stress that disrupts your rest and shadows your days. Tonight, I want to lift that heavy family burden entirely off your shoulders and place it into my omnipotent hands. You must understand that your children and grandchildren were my creation long before they were entrusted to your care, and my love for them is infinitely greater, deeper, and more powerful than your own. The prayers you have whispered over their lives in secret, the patient tears you have shed, and the steady examples of faith you have demonstrated have not been lost or forgotten. They have constructed an invisible, impenetrable spiritual canopy over your entire household that will protect, guide, and draw your loved ones back to paths of righteousness for generations to come. You do not need to rely on anxious control or constant worrying to secure your family's future. Your greatest contribution to their lives is the quiet, unshakable strength of your faith. When you walk in deep peace and rest securely in my promises, you demonstrate a powerful legacy of divine trust that speaks louder than 1,000 lectures. I am actively working in the hearts of your children, even in moments when they seem distant, confused, or rebellious. I am stationing guardian angels around your grandchildren, preserving their innocence, shielding their minds, and directing their steps toward holy purpose. Your family legacy is not anchored in fragile human efforts, but in my eternal covenant of generational grace that extends to your children's children. Release the fear of future scarcity or physical decline regarding your own life. I am the God who sustains you in every season of life, from your youth to your gray hairs. I will supply all your needs according to my glorious riches, ensuring that you have an abundance of provision, excellent health, and clear mental vitality throughout your mature years. You will not be a burden, nor will you lack any good thing, for my hand will continually satisfy your soul and make your bones strong. I am building a sanctuary of quiet stability around your home, where peace reigns, provision flows effortlessly, and health is renewed day by day. Sleep in total comfort tonight, knowing that your family is fully covered, your future is bright, and your legacy of faith is permanently secure in my hands. Now, I invite your entire physical, mental, and emotional being to step into an extraordinary level of rest and renewal that you have not experienced in many years. For too long, your body has existed in a state of quiet, chronic tension, reacting to the subtle stresses of daily survival and the ongoing responsibilities of your life. Your nervous system has carried the weight of hypervigilance, keeping your muscles slightly tight, your breathing shallow, and your sleep light and easily disrupted. But tonight, in this deep sanctuary of my presence, I am resetting your entire system back to its original design of profound calm and physical harmony. Feel my soothing power flowing from the top of your head, down through your forehead, and relaxing the tiny, tight muscles around your eyes and temples. Let that warmth move into your jaw, loosening every bit of clenching or tension, and letting your tongue rest naturally. Feel the soothing wave travel down your neck, spreading into your broad shoulders, and melting away the knot of tightness that has sat there for months. Allow this gentle, restorative energy to travel down your spine, relaxing every vertebrae, soothing your back muscles and calming your internal organs. Let your chest expand fully with ease, your stomach soften, and your hips, legs, knees, and feet sink heavily, comfortably, into the total support of your bed. Your physical body is entering a sacred state of divine cellular repair as you lie here in total surrender. The fatigue that has accumulated in your bones, the inflammation caused by past stress, and the mental weariness that has clouded your thoughts are all being systematically washed away by the living waters of my Holy Spirit. You are not merely falling asleep, you are entering a holy chamber of physical rejuvenation and spiritual renewal. While your conscious mind drifts into deep, sweet slumber, my power will be actively at work, balancing your hormones, repairing your tissues, sharpening your cognitive clarity, and refreshing your emotional reserves so that you awake with vibrant energy and quiet joy. In this season of miracles, you will discover that my greatest work often happens in moments of complete stillness, when you have stopped striving and allowed me to be your total sufficiency. Miracles do not require frantic effort or emotional desperation. They flow naturally out of an environment of deep trust, quiet rest, and alignment with my eternal word. The answers you have waited for over long years, the physical healings, the financial breakthroughs, the family reconciliations, and the deep inner peace are coming to fruition in this gentle, quiet space. You are entering a season where divine favor meets you at every turn, turning impossible situations into breathtaking demonstrations of my goodness. As your mind hovers softly in the peaceful space between waking and sleep, let your heart be filled with a quiet, joyful anticipation for the days ahead. You are stepping out of the long winter of waiting and entering a vibrant spring of long-awaited miracles. Every promise I have spoken over your life will come to pass. Not a single word will fail, and your heart will overflow with profound gratitude and awe. You are deeply loved, exquisitely cared for, and held safely in my hands forever. Let go of every remaining worry, for my hand is preparing an abundance of peace that will wash away your lingering fears. As the quiet depth of the night unfolds around you, let your heart settle into a state of total, unbothered stillness. The world outside your window has quieted its busy motion. The long hours of the day are fully behind you, and nothing remains for you to accomplish, resolve, or manage in this sacred space. Allow your body to sink deeply into the comfort of your bed, feeling the weight of your limbs loosen and soften against the mattress. Take a slow, gentle breath, drawing in the sweet, invisible peace that saturates the room. And exhale softly, letting go of any remaining tightness in your neck, your forehead, and your shoulders. You are entering a holy sanctuary of absolute rest, a place where judgment cannot reach you, where condemnation has no power, and where your soul is completely enveloped in my eternal love. In human life, you are constantly surrounded by conditions, expectations, and evaluations. The world measures your worth by your performance, compares your journey to others, and often responds to your mistakes with criticism, coldness, or sharp disapproval. Because you have lived so long in an environment of human scrutiny, you may carry an unconscious fear that I view you through those same critical eyes. You might imagine that when you come before me in prayer, I am reviewing a list of your failures, holding a ledger of your shortcomings, or looking upon your hidden secrets with anger and disappointment. But I speak to your heart tonight to dissolve that terrifying misconception forever. I am not a cold judge looking for reasons to reject you. I am your loving, compassionate, and completely non-judgmental Father who knows you fully and loves you without condition. There is no thought you have ever entertained, no word you have ever regretted speaking, and no choice you have ever made that can shock, offend, or push me away from you. I knew every detail of your human frailty long before I called you by name, and my love for you was established knowing every mistake you would ever make. When you bring your hidden hurts, your quiet shames, and your darkest regrets into my presence, you do not meet a cold wall of condemnation. You meet the soft, warm embrace of absolute acceptance. You do not need to clean up your life, Fix your emotions or polish your speech before you speak to me in the dark. You can bring your mess, your confusion, your lingering habits, and your quiet embarrassment directly into my arms, trusting that my grace is infinitely larger than any flaw in your character. Consider how exhausting it is to wear a mask before human beings, constantly pretending to be stronger, wiser, and more composed than you actually feel inside. In my presence, you are fully permitted to take off that heavy armor. You can lay down the artificial persona of having everything figured out. If you feel broken, you can admit your brokenness without fear of losing my favor. If you feel embarrassed by mistakes you made in your past, you can confess them to me, knowing that my immediate response is to wipe your slate completely clean and cover you in my righteousness. I do not store up your past errors to throw them back in your face during difficult times, nor do I withhold my blessings as a form of divine punishment. I forgive completely, I heal tenderly, and I restore fully, without ever holding a grudge or bringing up forgotten chapters. Let the warm realization of this non-judgmental love soak into the deepest layers of your subconscious mind right now. Feel the deep relief that comes from knowing you are totally known and totally loved at the very same time. Human beings may love you only when you meet their expectations, but my love for you is grounded in my unchanging character, not your human performance. You are my cherished child, the masterpiece of my creation, and the object of my eternal affection. As you lie here in the dark, let go of the need to defend yourself, justify your past actions, or prove your worthiness to me or anyone else. Simply rest in the safe, quiet harbor of my unconditional fatherly love, where you are accepted, valued, and held in absolute honor forever. As you rest securely in my non-judgmental embrace, I invite you to step into the crystal clear, healing river of unconditional forgiveness. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful restorative gifts I have given to human beings, yet it is often misunderstood as a heavy religious burden or a compromise with injustice. You may carry old wounds within your heart, sharp memories of times when people mistreated you, spoke untruths about you, betrayed your trust, or took advantage of your kindness. You may have carried those heavy stones of resentment in your soul for decades, replaying past arguments in your head, nursing a quiet bitterness, and wishing that those who hurt you would acknowledge their wrongdoing and apologize for the pain they caused. I want you to understand tonight that holding on to bitterness does not hurt the person who wronged you. It acts as a slow emotional poison within your own body and spirit. When you retain resentment, you tie your own soul to the very memory and person that brought you pain, allowing past events to continuously rob you of present peace and disrupt your physical rest. Bitter thoughts create chronic tension in your muscles, cloud your mental clarity, and erect a subtle barrier between your spirit and the fullness of my joy. But when you choose to forgive, you are not declaring that the unfair action was acceptable, nor are you requiring yourself to trust that person again without healthy boundaries. Forgiveness is simply the decision to release that person from your internal courtroom and hand the entire file over to my divine justice. By forgiving those who have hurt you, you drop the burning embers of anger that have been scorching your own hands and step out of the emotional prison of the past. You declare that your future peace is far too valuable to be held hostage by old grievances. Tonight, let my river of divine love flow through the quiet corridors of your heart, carrying away every trace of lingering bitterness, resentment, and desire for retaliation. Name those individuals silently in your mind, one by one, and as their faces appear, whisper a blessing over their lives and release them completely into my hands. Let go of the need to see them punished or to hear them apologize. Trust that I am the righteous judge who sees all things clearly and choose to walk away into absolute freedom. Equally important as forgiving others is the profound necessity of granting unconditional forgiveness to yourself. You may be your own harshest critic, continuously replaying your own past mistakes, dwelling on opportunities you missed, or punishing yourself for choices that led to difficult outcomes for you or your loved ones. You may feel that while God can forgive you, you cannot seem to forgive yourself for failing to meet your own expectations. But hear this eternal truth. If the Almighty Creator of the universe has cleansed your past and cast your mistakes into the depths of the sea, who are you to hold a grudge against the person I have declared fully forgiven? Self-condemnation is a subtle form of pride that rejects the completeness of my grace. Release yourself from your own internal courtroom tonight. Stop dragging up old chapters that have already been washed clean by my mercy. Accept that you were doing the best you could with the knowledge, maturity, and emotional strength you possessed in that season of your life. Forgive yourself for not knowing then what you know now. Forgive yourself for the times you stumbled, the moments you showed weakness, and the choices that produced pain. Place your fragile human self into my compassionate hands and allow my love to heal the self-inflicted wounds of guilt and shame. As you forgive others and forgive yourself, a profound, weightless freedom will wash over your entire frame, smoothing away physical tension and preparing your soul for deep, undisturbed slumber. Consider now the physical atmosphere of your home as you lie resting in the darkness. You may sometimes feel a subtle sense of vulnerability when night falls, wondering about the safety of your living space, the security of your neighborhood, or the emotional well-being of the loved ones sleeping under your roof. But I want to pull back the spiritual veil tonight and allow you to see the extraordinary reality of divine protection that surrounds your immediate environment. In this very moment, in response to your quiet trust and prayers, I have stationed a powerful, radiant encampment of holy angels around every single corner of your home. Picture these glorious celestial guardians taking up their assigned positions around your physical property. There are mighty angels standing at your front door and your back entrance, holding steady watch over every threshold that leads into your home. They are filtering the spiritual atmosphere, permitting only my peace, my love, and my quiet presence to cross into your living space, while turning away every dark influence, every spirit of anxiety, and every chaotic energy from the outside world. There are angels stationed at every window of your house, creating an unbroken wall of celestial light that seals your dwelling in absolute safety and tranquility. Look beyond your own bedroom and see the angels guarding the rooms of your children, your grandchildren, and everyone you carry in your heart. These heavenly guardians stand quietly beside their beds, watching over their breathing, calming their dreams, and repelling any subtle nightmares or middle-of-the-night anxieties that try to disturb their rest. Your home is not an unprotected house sitting exposed in an uncertain world. It is an impenetrable fortress of divine grace, surrounded by armies of heaven that never sleep, never grow tired, and never fail in their protective duties. The physical walls of your home are backed by spiritual walls of fire that no harm can ever penetrate. Because your home is surrounded by this celestial encampment, you are permitted to let go of every vigilant, watchful worry that keeps your mind alert in the dark. You do not need to mentally check the locks 100 times, nor do you need to lie awake listening for strange noises or anticipating potential dangers. You can completely turn off your physical defenses, drop your emotional guard, and yield to the comforting sensation of absolute security. The Lord of hosts is your personal guard, the Creator of the universe is your fortress, and His holy angels are actively maintaining order, peace, and total safety around your life while you rest. Feel the deep domestic serenity that fills the air of your bedroom right now. The room feels warm, quiet, and profoundly still, saturated with the sweet, settling presence of my Holy Spirit. The atmosphere is cleared of all heavy emotional dust from the daytime hours, leaving only a clean, refreshing environment where your lungs can breathe easily and your heart can beat with slow, steady tranquility. Every item in your home, every room under your roof, and every person in your care is fully covered by this divine mantle of protection. Rest in this incredible comfort, knowing that you are completely safe under the shadow of my wings. In the quiet stillness of the late night, when the outer world is silent, subtle thoughts of doubt can sometimes creep into the margins of your mind. When you are tired, the adversary often uses the darkness to whisper quiet questions. Will your circumstances truly improve? Is God really listening to your specific prayers? What if the financial need is not met? What if the physical health issue worsens? What if the future holds more hardship than joy? These gentle, persistent doubts can act like small leaks in a dam, slowly draining your emotional strength and stirring up a subtle, restless anxiety that makes falling into deep sleep feel impossible. Tonight, I want to teach you the holy, effortless secret to instantly silencing every late-night doubt before it can take root in your heart: the practice of quiet, silent gratitude. Gratitude is not merely a polite social custom. It is a mighty spiritual weapon that shifts your mental focus from what is missing to what is already present, from what you fear to what I have already provided. When a doubt whispers a scary scenario about tomorrow, do not engage in a long mental argument with it. Instead, immediately respond by offering a simple, quiet whisper of thankfulness for the faithful blessings that already fill your life. Begin to list the quiet gifts of my grace in the secret space of your heart. Thank me for the physical bed beneath your body that supports your frame tonight. Thank me for the warm blankets that shield you from the cold, and for the safe roof over your head that keeps out the storm. Thank me for the clean air filling your lungs with every effortless breath, and for the heart inside your chest that continues to beat faithfully without you ever having to command it. Thank me for the meals you enjoyed today, for the clothes in your closet, for the clean water that flows from your faucets, and for the simple, overlooked comforts that make your daily life gentle and secure. Move your gratitude deeper into the story of your life, thanking me for the trials I have already carried you through in past years. Remind your own soul of the times when you thought you would not make it through a crisis, yet here you stand today, whole, preserved, and resting in peace. Thank me for the prayers I answered in ways better than you asked, for the hidden dangers I shielded you from without you ever knowing, and for the constant, quiet supply of grace that has kept your feet planted on solid ground through every storm. Thank me for the loved ones who bring warmth to your journey, and even for the lonely seasons that drew you closer into the intimacy of my presence. As you fill your mind with this gentle flow of silent gratitude, watch how quickly every lingering doubt dissolves into nothingness. Doubt cannot survive in an atmosphere of genuine thanksgiving, just as darkness cannot remain in a room filled with light. Gratitude anchors your mind in the solid reality of my proven faithfulness, reminding you that the same God who cared for you yesterday and holds you safely today will naturally provide for you tomorrow. You do not have to figure out how every future problem will be solved. You only need to thank me in advance for the solutions that are already on their way to your life. Let this silent gratitude become a soft, rhythmic song in your mind as you drift closer to complete slumber. With every slow inhale, think of something you are thankful for, and with every slow exhale, release a whisper of quiet praise into the stillness of your room. Thankfulness will soften your heart, quiet your nervous system, and wrap your thoughts in a deep, impenetrable blanket of holy rest. You will find your mind settling into an exquisite state of trust, where worries disappear, doubts fade away, and a quiet, joyful certainty takes their place. Everything in your life is fully held, completely protected, and beautifully ordered by my divine hand. Your past is totally forgiven, your present is wrapped in absolute peace, and your future is guaranteed by my eternal covenant of love. You have dropped the heavy rocks of resentment, stepped out of the prison of self-judgment, and surrendered your home into the vigilant care of my angelic guards. There is no work left for you to perform tonight, no problem for you to solve, and no threat for you to fear. Your soul is at total peace, your body is fully relaxed, and your environment is completely secure. Feel the tension leave your body as celestial guards take their post around your home, ensuring your complete security. As the dark velvet of the night stretches across the vast expanse above your home, allow your consciousness to settle softly into the quiet sanctuary of your room. The earth has completed another turn. The frantic activity of the daytime world has receded into silence, and the quiet cosmos now stands on display above your head. Look mentally out into the magnificent stillness of the night sky, where billions of stars hang in perfect, harmonious order, moving along paths that were charted before time began. Feel the profound contrast between the chaos of human existence and the deep, eternal composure of the heavens. The same God who stretched out those brilliant constellations like a delicate curtain of light, who knows the weight of every galaxy and holds the fiery suns in their assigned places, is the very same God who is now leaning down to wrap your heart in tender, unconditional love. Take a slow, quiet breath, letting your lungs expand easily with the cool, peaceful air of the night, and exhale every lingering thought of strain, fatigue, and lingering distress. Allow your physical frame to surrender completely to the support of your bed. Feel the subtle, calming sensation of your muscles loosening from your forehead down to your toes. Your shoulders, which have carried the weight of so many silent responsibilities throughout the years, can drop their heavy guard entirely tonight. Your hands, which have labored endlessly to care for others, can rest loosely and open upon the covers. Your mind, which has raced through countless scenarios, strategies, and worries, can turn down its restless volume and tune into the eternal, soothing rhythm of my voice. In this tranquil hour, you are not defined by your earthly obligations, your age, your bank account, or the opinions of those around you. You are an eternal spirit, created in my image, deeply loved, and held securely in the center of a universe that is governed by my sovereign grace. I want to take your thoughts back tonight, far beyond the horizon of your personal memories, far beyond the history of your family, and even beyond the formation of the earth itself. Long before I spoke light into existence, long before the foundation of the mountains was laid, and long before the first star ignited in the dark expanse of space, I held the thought of you in my infinite mind. You were not a sudden accident of nature, an unexpected arrival in a chaotic world, or a random product of human circumstance. Your birth was an intentional, sacred event that was planned in the silent halls of eternity. Your name was written in my book of eternal love before the clock of human history ever began its first tick. Before the creation of the universe, I designed the unique blueprint of your soul. I chose the exact color of your eyes, the quiet timbre of your voice, the sensitive depth of your heart, and the specific spiritual gifts that make you who you are. I mapped out the story of your life, not as a rigid script devoid of free will, but as a magnificent narrative of redemption, growth, purpose, and victory. Every chapter you have lived so far, including the difficult wildernesses, the unexpected detours, and the painful trials, was carefully factored into my sovereign design. I saw every challenge you would face in your mature years, every burden you would carry for your family, and every moment of exhaustion you would experience. And I prepared an abundance of grace to carry you through every single one. When you feel small or insignificant in a world that seems so vast and indifferent, remember, that the Creator of all things spent eternal thought designing your life. You are not a tiny, forgotten creature floating helplessly on a distant planet in an indifferent cosmos. You are the prized center of my creative affection. The universe in all its vastness was built to be the staging ground for a personal love story between me and your individual soul. When I look at you, I do not see one among billions. I see my beloved child, an irreplaceable individual whose life carries eternal value and divine purpose. Let this majestic truth sink deep into your subconscious mind as you lie in the dark, dispelling every lingering feeling of uselessness, insignificance, or quiet despair. Because your life script was written in the eternal counsel of my love, nothing that happens in this temporal world can ever erase the high destiny I have ordained for you. The world may change, human societies may experience upheaval, and personal circumstances may shift like sand, but the eternal decree over your life remains fixed and unchangeable. You are chosen, you are appointed, and you are sealed in my grace forever. Sleep comfortably in this profound reality tonight, knowing that your existence is anchored in an eternal story that was authored by the Almighty before time ever began. As you rest in the security of your eternal story, I want to release your heart from a subtle, exhausting burden that many human beings carry throughout their lives, the constant heavy need for human validation. From your earliest years, you were conditioned to seek the approval of parents, teachers, peers, employers, and companions. You learned to adjust your behavior, filter your words, and suppress your true feelings in order to fit in, to be accepted, and to avoid the sharp sting of rejection. In your mature years, this habit can manifest as a quiet, persistent anxiety, a subtle fear of what others think about your choices, your lifestyle, your family, or your spiritual walk. I speak directly to your spirit tonight to deliver you from the enslavement of human opinion. Human beings, even the best and most well-meaning among them, are fallible, limited, and constantly changing in their perspectives. Their praise is often fleeting, their approval is usually conditional, and their understanding of your true heart is inherently incomplete. When you build your self-worth upon the fickle foundation of human validation, your inner life will resemble a turbulent sea, rising and falling with every careless comment, every icy silence, or every subtle act of disapproval. But when you detach your soul from the need for human applause and anchor your identity solely in my eternal love, you become entirely immune to the emotional chaos of the world. Stop allowing fallible people to sit in judgment over your life. Stop looking to human sources to confirm your value, to validate your decisions, or to give you permission to be at peace. You do not need the approval of those who do not understand the sacred path you walk with me. You do not need to justify your choices to people who see only the outward appearance while ignoring the quiet motives of your heart. I am your sole creator, your ultimate judge, and your eternal Father. And I have already pronounced you completely accepted, deeply valued, and profoundly loved. My voice is the only voice that carries eternal authority over your identity, and my verdict over your life is a resounding declaration of favor and peace. When human beings criticize you, misunderstand you, or distance themselves from your life, let those cold winds blow past you without disturbing a single hair on your head. Their opinions do not alter my reality regarding your life, nor do they diminish the abundant blessings I have prepared for your future. If people choose to walk away from you, let them go with a heart of forgiveness, knowing that my presence is more than enough to fill every void in your soul. In the divine Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, you possess a complete, overflowing fullness of love, companionship, and affirmation that human relationships can never match. Feel the liberating lightness that comes from dropping the heavy demand to please everyone around you. You no longer have to perform for an audience of fallible humans. You are living for an audience of one. When you lay down to sleep tonight, realize that the one who matters most in the entire universe is completely well pleased with you. I see your quiet integrity, your sincere heart, your patient sacrifices, and your genuine faith, and I wrap you in a blanket of absolute approval. Let the opinions of the world fade into total insignificance as you rest comfortably in the quiet, unshakable sanctuary of my favor. As the night deepens and the air outside grows cool, allow yourself to experience the profound, tangible warmth of my presence resting upon your body and mind. Human life can often feel cold and lonely, especially when you navigate seasons of loss, illness, relational distance, or the natural solitude that comes with advancing years. In the dark hours of the night, when the house is still and your thoughts linger on difficult subjects, a chilling sense of isolation can attempt to settle upon your heart, making you feel as though you are floating alone in an indifferent world. But I am here tonight to assure you that you are never truly alone, and that my divine presence is a constant, glowing fire of warmth that burns steadily within the center of your soul. My spirit does not leave you when the sun goes down, nor does my comfort diminish when human companionship is absent. I am closer to you than your very breath, more intimate with your spirit than your own thoughts, and completely committed to surrounding you with a tender, protective atmosphere of love. Picture that divine warmth right now as a soft, radiant ember burning quietly inside your chest, spreading its gentle heat through your bloodstream, relaxing your internal organs, and filling your bedroom with a soothing, comforting light. This inner warmth is not a fleeting physical sensation. It is the living reality of my Holy Spirit lingering over your bed, shielding your mind from the cold intrusions of fear and anxiety. When cold thoughts of worry try to enter your mind, thoughts of financial uncertainty, family friction, or declining health, let them be dissolved immediately in the radiant warmth of my presence. My warmth dispels the chill of doubt, melts the icy buildup of past hurts, and fills your living space with a sweet, domestic, cozy tranquility that lulls you into deep, uninterrupted sleep. Think of how a loving parent wraps a small child in a warm, clean blanket on a cold winter night, tucking the edges tightly around the child's shoulders so that no draft can reach them. That is precisely what I am doing for your soul in this quiet hour. I am tucking you under the warm, protective canopy of my divine favor. No cold wind of adversity can penetrate this cover, no sudden draft of bad news can chill your heart, and no shadow of darkness can put out the warm fire of my love within you. You are completely enclosed, safe, and warm in the center of my care. Allow this divine warmth to relax every tight muscle in your body. Feel the heat soothing your neck, relaxing your lower back, easing the tension in your joints, and settling your stomach into a state of quiet digestion and rest. Let your breathing remain slow, deep, and warm, drawing in peace with every breath and releasing all cold, heavy worries into the air where they vanish forever. You are wrapped in the eternal warmth of the Almighty, and in this safe embrace, your physical body can rest with total trust and effortless surrender. In the quiet solitude of these late-night hours, I am building within your spirit a profound, unshakable courage that will serve as a pillar of strength for the rest of your life. Human culture often views solitude as something negative, a sad state of loneliness to be avoided at all costs through constant distraction, noise, and social activity. But in my kingdom, solitude is a sacred upper room, a holy sanctuary where your soul is detached from the frantic noise of the world and forged into a vessel of extraordinary spiritual authority and deep composure. The true heroes of faith throughout history were not formed in noisy crowds or public arenas. They were quieted, refined, and made courageous in moments of silent solitude with me. It was in the quiet night hours, when no human eyes were watching, that their hearts learned to tune into my still, small voice. Their roots grew deep into my truth, and their faith became an immovable rock. The quiet solitude you are experiencing tonight is not a sign of abandonment or isolation. It is a sacred appointment where I am whispering divine wisdom into your soul and breathing heavenly courage into your spirit. When you learn to love the quiet hours of my presence, you discover an inner reservoir of strength that nothing in this world can touch. You realize that you do not need a crowd of people around you to feel secure, nor do you need constant worldly stimulation to feel fulfilled. In the deep stillness of our fellowship, your courage is no longer dependent on favorable circumstances, financial reserves, or human encouragement. You develop an unshakable, quiet confidence that remains calm when storms arise, stays peaceful when others panic, and stands firm when everything around you is shaking. Think of a massive, ancient lighthouse standing alone on a rocky cliff in the middle of a dark ocean. The waves crash violently against its base, the cold winds howl around its structure, and the dark night stretches out endlessly in every direction. Yet the lighthouse stands completely unmoved, glowing with a bright, steady, unstoppable light that guides weary ships safely to shore. That is what I am making of your life through these quiet hours of holy solitude. You are becoming a lighthouse of peace, strength, and quiet dignity for your family, your neighborhood, and everyone who crosses your path. As you lie here in the dark, feel this new, unshakable courage taking deep root in your spirit. The worries that used to make your heart pound with fear will no longer have power over your emotions. The uncertainties about the future that once kept you awake for hours will be met with a calm, confident smile, knowing that your God goes before you to prepare every step. You are no longer a fragile, easily frightened person blown about by the winds of life. You are a courageous, resilient, and deeply rooted child of the King, standing strong in the quiet authority of my grace. Let your mind feast on this divine courage as you drift closer to total sleep. There is no challenge ahead of you that you cannot overcome through my strength. No valley deep enough to hide you from my light, and no enemy strong enough to pluck you out of my sovereign hands. You are equipped, empowered, and thoroughly prepared for a future filled with victory, purpose, and deep peace. Sleep with the quiet dignity of a champion resting after a battle well fought, knowing that the ultimate victory has already been secured by my sovereign love. Look mentally up once more into the quiet expanse of the night sky, where the stars continue their silent, perfect dance across the dark heavens. Every single one of those trillions of stellar burning fires was created by my word, placed in its precise orbit by my hand, and is sustained second by second by my infinite power. Not a single star loses its way. Not a single light flickers out without my knowledge, and the entire cosmic tapestry moves in absolute, serene harmony under my watchful eye. If I take such meticulous, constant care of the lifeless stars that burn in the cold void of space, how much more will I care for you, my living, breathing child, for whom I gave my very life? You are infinitely more precious to me than all the galaxies, stars, and planets combined. My eyes are fixed upon your sleeping frame with an intensity of love that human language cannot describe. Every breath you take is numbered, every heartbeat is cherished, and every detail of your tomorrow is held securely in my hands. There is nothing left in this night for you to manage, worry about, or fear. The universe is in perfect order. Your home is completely protected. Your family is covered in my covenant. Your past is totally forgiven, and your future is filled with my divine goodness. Your mind is quiet, your body is warm and relaxed, and your soul is anchored in the eternal reality of my unconditional love. Close your physical eyes completely. Surrender your thoughts to the gentle currents of sweet slumber, and let your spirit drift into a deep, unbroken, and profoundly restorative sleep. Rest now in the understanding that the Creator of the stars knows your name and holds your tomorrow securely. As the late hour deepens and the world outside sinks into complete silence, let your spirit draw near to the quiet sanctuary of my presence. The busyness of the day has fully dissolved, the demands of the world have fallen silent, and you are left in this peaceful room with nothing to manage, nothing to solve, and nothing to fear. Take a deep, slow breath, pulling in the pure, quiet calm of my Holy Spirit, and exhale every lingering trace of heaviness that has settled upon your mind. Feel the bed holding your physical frame in total comfort. Your body was created to rest, your mind was designed to rest, and your soul was made to dwell in the safe harbor of my love. Allow your eyelids to grow comfortably heavy. Let your jaw loosen, and permit your entire nervous system to drop its guard as you listen to my voice. I know the silent frustration of lying awake in the dark when sleep feels like a distant shore you cannot reach. I have watched you in those middle-of-the-night hours when the house is still, yet your mind races like a frantic storm. I have seen you stare at the ceiling, watching the minutes tick away, while an invisible current of tension tightens in your chest and your thoughts cycle endlessly through worries, plans, and unresolved problems. You try to force your mind to be quiet, but the harder you try, the more persistent the anxiety becomes, weaving complex webs of worst-case scenarios about your health, your family, your finances, and your future. In those dark hours, simple concerns grow into towering shadows, and the weight of tomorrow feels too heavy for your tired spirit to bear. Tonight I speak directly to that restless anxiety with the supreme authority of the one who created the night. I command every frantic, racing thought in your mind to quiet down and submit to my peace. I command the spirit of insomnia, dread, and nighttime panic to pack its heavy burdens and depart from your room immediately. Anxiety has no legal right to occupy the thoughts of a child who is shielded by my grace. You do not have to figure out tomorrow in the dark. You do not have to solve the mysteries of your life while the world sleeps. I am taking the steering wheel of your thoughts out of the hands of fear and placing your mind under the soothing governing power of my Holy Spirit. Understand why nighttime anxiety attempts to capture your attention. When your body is physically tired, your emotional defenses are naturally lowered, making your mind vulnerable to subtle lies that you easily dismiss during the daytime. The enemy of your peace loves to use the dark, quiet hours to amplify your doubts, exaggerate your failures, and convince you that you are alone in your struggles. But I am standing beside your bed in this very moment, shining the soft light of my truth into every shadowed corner of your mind. When a scary thought arises, do not fight it with your own mental strength. Simply hand it directly to me and say, "My Father is holding this, so I can rest." Let the physical symptoms of anxiety melt away from your body right now. Feel the tightness in your chest opening up as your breath slows down to a deep, rhythmic pace. Feel your pulse settling into a calm, steady rhythm, mirroring the absolute composure of my eternal heart. Let the small, tight muscles in your forehead, around your eyes, and across your cheeks relax completely. Your mind does not belong to confusion, fear, or endless looping thoughts. Your mind belongs to Christ, and it is filled with divine order, sound clarity, and deep, undisturbed peace. You are allowed to turn off your analytical brain tonight. You are allowed to stop working, stop worrying, and stop trying to control outcomes. Sleep is my holy gift to you, and I command your mind to receive that gift with childlike surrender. Consider the overwhelming noise of the world you navigate every single day. You live in a culture that screams for your attention through constant notifications, conflicting opinions, endless demands, and a relentless pressure to do more, achieve more, and be more. This worldly chaos creates a deafening mental noise that follows you into your quiet spaces, making your soul feel rattled and fragmented. When the world wants to move you, it raises its voice, uses fear, and demands immediate reaction. But my divine authority operates in a completely different realm. I do not need to shout to establish my reign over your life. My power is made manifest in the gentle, quiet whisper that silences every storm. Remember how I revealed myself to my servant Elijah when he was exhausted, frightened, and hiding in a dark cave. A violent wind tore through the mountains and shattered the rocks, but I was not in the wind. A terrible earthquake shook the ground beneath his feet, but I was not in the earthquake. A roaring fire swept across the landscape, but I was not in the fire. Then came a still, small voice, a gentle whisper of pure quietness, and in that whisper, my presence and direction were fully revealed. Tonight, I am speaking to your heart in that exact same still, small whisper. Beneath the loud demands of your life, beneath the lingering worries and the chaotic world noise, my gentle voice is whispering, I am here, I am in control, and you are safe. Listen closely with your spiritual ears to this gentle divine whisper. It is a whisper that speaks peace over your turbulent circumstances, quietness over your unsettled emotions, and absolute assurance over your uncertain tomorrows. When my whisper enters your soul, the loud, aggressive voices of doubt and fear lose their power instantly. The worldly chaos that felt so overwhelming during the day shrinks into total insignificance when compared to the vast, steady reality of my eternal presence. You do not need to shout back at the world, nor do you need to engage in loud mental battles against your problems. You only need to quiet your heart, tune out the noise, and lean into the soft, comforting whisper of your Heavenly Father. Feel that gentle whisper settling over your mind like a quiet evening dew, coating every thought with divine tranquility. The loud arguments of the past fall silent. The pressing urgency of future deadlines fades away. The need to defend yourself or prove your value dissolves into absolute nothingness. In the quiet warmth of my whisper, you find a deep inner sanctuary that no earthly storm can ever disturb. Let the gentle cadence of my words rock your spirit into a state of total rest, convincing your heart that all is well, all has been taken care of, and all will work together for your good. In your journey through life, you have experienced seasons where things felt completely shattered. You have known the sharp pain of broken trust, the quiet grief of lost dreams, the sudden collapse of plans you spent years building, and the deep emotional wounds left by unfair circumstances. In those moments of devastation, you may have looked at the fragmented pieces of your life and felt a quiet, hopeless despair, believing that true wholeness was forever beyond your reach. You may have tried to glue the pieces back together with human effort, only to find that the cracks remained visible and the structure felt fragile and insecure. I want you to know tonight that I am the master builder who specializes in taking what life has shattered and rebuilding it into something far more beautiful, resilient, and glorious than it ever was before. When something breaks in your life, it is never the end of your story. It is simply the moment where my divine hands step in to begin a work of holy restoration. I do not merely repair broken things. I redeem them, infuse them with my glory, and cause the second chapter of your life to carry far more peace, honor, and beauty than the first. Think of how divine hands work upon a broken vessel. I do not look upon your shattered dreams, your wounded heart, or your past losses with disappointment or indifference. I gather every single broken fragment of your life with infinite tenderness. Not a single tear you shed over what was lost has been ignored, and not a single piece of your heart has been left behind in the dust. With gentle, skillful grace, I take those broken pieces and refashion them in the fire of my love. Where life left jagged edges of pain, I smooth them over with divine comfort. Where loss left hollow, empty voids, I fill them to overflowing with my living presence. Look at the areas of your life that have felt damaged or incomplete: your emotional state, your physical health, your family relationships, or your spiritual confidence. Sleep in peace tonight, knowing that my invisible divine hands are actively working in those very spaces while you rest. I am rebuilding your emotional strength, weaving a thick tapestry of quiet resilience within your spirit. I am repairing the subtle breaches in your family structure, softening hearts, and laying down new foundations of grace and mutual respect. I am renewing your physical vitality, healing the wear and tear of past stress, and restoring the natural, joyful balance of your body. You do not have to carry the burden of trying to fix your shattered life on your own. Human effort can only patch the surface, but my divine hands work deep within the hidden architecture of your soul. Surrender every broken piece of your story to me tonight without reservation. Hand over the broken memories, the failed expectations, the lingering griefs, and the fragmented plans. Let them rest in my capable hands, trusting that the architect of the universe knows exactly how to assemble them into a magnificent temple of peace, purpose, and lasting joy. What was broken by human weakness or worldly adversity is being permanently restored by my sovereign grace. To live in true, unbothered peace, you must understand the spiritual canopy under which your entire life is conducted. You are not living exposed under the harsh, unpredictable elements of an indifferent world, subject to the whims of luck, bad timing, or human malice. You are walking every single day under the thick, impenetrable canopy of my sovereign grace. This grace is not a distant theological idea. It is a real, tangible spiritual shelter that arches over your head, your home, your family, and your entire future, filtering everything that attempts to reach your life. Picture this canopy of sovereign grace stretched out above your life, like a vast, beautiful dome of pure divine light. Underneath this holy shelter, you are completely protected from the ultimate destructive power of any earthly storm. The cold rains of adversity may fall outside the canopy, the winds of social change may blow fiercely in the world, and the thunder of human conflict may roll in the distance, but beneath the canopy where you dwell, the air remains calm, warm, and filled with heavenly peace. Nothing can pass through this shield of grace to touch your life unless it has been filtered through my wisdom and permitted to work for your ultimate good. Walking under this canopy means that your life is governed by a completely different set of laws than the world around you. When the world experiences economic anxiety and scarcity, you dwell under a canopy of divine supply where your needs are satisfied in every season. When the world is filled with fear, confusion, and mental instability, you walk under a canopy of quiet clarity and emotional soundness. When others feel abandoned, hopeless, and exhausted by the demands of survival, you rest under a canopy of constant favor, where my goodness and mercy follow you every step of your journey. Allow your mind to fully grasp the absolute security of this divine canopy as you prepare to close your eyes in deep sleep. You do not need to build your own artificial shelters of worry, hypervigilance, or self-reliance. You are already fully covered by the supreme authority of the Almighty God. Every detail of your existence, your physical health, your mental well-being, your financial resources, your family connections, and your ultimate destiny is completely enclosed within the boundary of my sovereign grace. No weapon formed against your peace can prosper, no snare set in the shadows can catch your feet, and no dark power can pluck you out of my hand. Feel the profound comfort of sitting under this holy canopy tonight. Imagine looking up and seeing my invisible wings spread wide over your bed, casting a soft, protective shadow over your sleeping form. Beneath these divine wings, you find absolute safety, quiet comfort, and total refuge. Every fear of the future vanishes, every memory of past failure is forgotten, and every present tension dissolves into complete stillness. You are cherished beyond measure, shielded from all harm, and wrapped in an everlasting love that will never let you go. Let your breathing become slow, quiet, and deeply relaxed as sleep takes hold of your physical frame. Your forehead is completely smooth, unburdened by a single line of worry. Your shoulders are resting heavily upon the mattress, completely free of tension. Your hands are relaxed, open, and at peace. Your heart is beating in a slow, steady rhythm, saturated with the quiet confidence that your Heavenly Father is watching over your life with unwavering devotion. The night winds that once brought anxious thoughts have been completely silenced by my spoken word. The chaotic noise of the world has yielded to the gentle, sweet whisper of my presence. What life shattered in past seasons has been placed safely into my divine hands to be rebuilt into a masterpiece of grace, and your entire life remains securely sheltered under the eternal canopy of my love. There is nothing left for you to do in this waking world. The universe is being held by my power, your life is being ordered by my wisdom, and your future is guaranteed by my promise. As sleep draws near, let your spirit drift into a peaceful dream where the crystalline waters of life wash away all fatigue. As the quiet hours of the night reach their deepest point, allow your entire physical being to surrender to the ultimate tranquility of my divine presence. The outer world has grown completely still, wrapped in the cool silence of the late night. And within the warm sanctuary of your room, my Holy Spirit rests over you like a soft, glowing blanket of absolute peace. Feel the bed beneath your body, providing total support for your frame, easing every remaining point of pressure in your lower back, your hips, your neck, and your shoulders. Your breathing has settled into a slow, gentle, and deeply rhythmic wave that carries pure life and restoring grace into every corner of your lungs. In this sacred hour, you have reached the quiet destination of your long spiritual journey. All striving is finished, all questions have quieted, all heavy burdens have been laid down at my feet, and your soul is permitted to enter into an unbroken state of holy, restorative rest. I invite your spirit to draw near to the eternal wellspring of life that flows directly from my heavenly throne. Throughout your years on earth, you have often sought satisfaction, comfort, and deep soul refreshment in the temporary cisterns of this world. You looked for peace in human accomplishments, in financial stability, in the approval of others, and in the fleeting comforts of earthly routines. Yet, after drinking from those surface waters, your spirit eventually found itself parched again, carrying a subtle, lingering thirst that no human source could ever quench. You experienced the deep weariness of a dry, thirsty land crying out for rain. Tonight, I am placing your spirit directly beside the crystal-clear wellspring of life, an infinite source of living water that will never run dry, never become polluted, and never fail to satisfy the deepest longings of your heart. Step mentally up to the edge of this sacred wellspring, where the waters of my divine life leap up with vibrant, eternal purity. Kneel down in the soft, lush grass of my presence, cup your hands, and lower them into the cool, sparkling water. As you bring this holy water to your lips and drink deeply, feel it flowing into your spirit, instantly satisfying every spiritual drought you have ever experienced. This living water washes away the dust of past travels, cleanses the internal dryness caused by years of chronic worry, and fills every empty space within your soul with divine energy, quiet joy, and eternal vitality. When you drink from this wellspring, you receive the very life of God into your inner being, renewing your thoughts, healing your emotions, and restoring your soul to its original, unblemished beauty. Allow this living water to penetrate the deepest layers of your physical body as well. Imagine it as a cool, luminous stream flowing through your bloodstream, reaching every vital organ, every tired joint, every tight muscle, and every individual cell of your frame. As this divine current moves through your system, it flushes out the accumulated toxins of stress, washes away the inflammation of past exhaustion, and balances your entire physical body into a state of quiet, healthy harmony. You will never have to thirst for purpose, love, or peace again, for this wellspring of life now dwells inside you, springing up continuously into eternal rest and unshakable contentment. Drink deeply in these quiet moments, letting every drop of my grace soothe your weary frame and lull you into deep, effortless slumber. As your conscious mind prepares to release its gentle grip on the waking world, I am opening before your inner spirit a peaceful, radiant vision of a miraculous healing river. Tonight, as you sleep, your dreams will carry you to the banks of a breathtaking, crystalline river that flows gently through a landscape of pure light, heavenly beauty, and absolute tranquility. The waters of this river are so clear that you can see the smooth, colorful stones resting on the riverbed, shimmering with the brilliant reflection of celestial glory. The air surrounding this sacred river is cool, crisp, and filled with the gentle, sweet fragrance of eternal flowers that bloom without ever fading. Soft, golden sunlight filters through the leaves of ancient trees of life standing along the riverbank, casting warm, soothing patterns across the quiet ground. In this sacred dream space, you find yourself standing barefoot on the soft, velvet grass beside the water's edge. There are no crowds here, no worldly demands, no noisy distractions, and no lingering fears. It is a quiet sanctuary prepared exclusively for you and me. Feel the cool, moist earth beneath your bare feet, grounding your spirit in deep, permanent security. Every step you take toward the river leaves behind a heavy memory of past pain, every lingering drop of bitterness, and every trace of physical fatigue. As you look out over the smooth, calm surface of the water, you see me standing in the gentle current, extending my loving arms toward you with a radiant smile of absolute affection and welcoming grace. Slowly, without hesitation or fear, you step out of the grass and plunge your bare feet into the crystal clear waters of the river. The moment the water touches your skin, a warm, magnificent sensation of pure healing rushes through your entire being. The water feels silky, cool, and infinitely refreshing, wrapping around your ankles, your calves, and your knees like a soft, living liquid of pure light. As you walk barefoot through the gentle current toward my open arms, the miraculous water washes away every ache from your feet, every pain from your legs, and every heavy weight that your body has carried over decades of hard labor. The sharp, jagged memories of past betrayals dissolve in the stream. The heavy chains of old guilt detach from your soul and sink into the depths, vanishing forever from your existence. Walk deeper into the crystalline river until the healing waters submerge your entire frame in a gentle, warm current of divine love. Feel yourself floating effortlessly upon the surface of this sacred stream, held up by the supernatural power of my grace. You do not need to swim, strive, or exert any physical effort. You simply float, letting the gentle current carry you along paths of absolute restoration, emotional healing, and total spiritual cleansing. Every cell in your body soaks in the supernatural power flowing from my mouth, breathing vibrant life into your mind and lifting your spirit into heavenly realms of peace. In this crystalline river, your brokenness is permanently mended, your youth is renewed like the eagle's, and your heart is filled with a sweet, unbothered tranquility that will remain with you long after you wake. while your physical body rests deeply in this bed and your spirit floats upon the crystalline river of your sacred dreams. A glorious work of preparation is taking place for your future. The long, heavy night of waiting, enduring, and carrying silent burdens is coming to its final, definitive close. Beyond the dark horizon of this night, a magnificent new dawn is quietly forming. A dawn of complete freedom, vibrant health, and overflowing joy that will transform the landscape of your life. When you open your eyes in the morning, you will not wake to the old familiar feelings of subtle dread, physical stiffness, or mental exhaustion. You will wake under a clear, sunlit sky of divine favor, feeling remarkably light, deeply refreshed, and filled with a quiet, powerful energy that you have not felt in decades. The new dawn that awaits you is marked by total liberation from the invisible chains that held your mind in past seasons. The chronic anxiety that kept your chest tight will be completely gone, replaced by an abiding, deep composure that remains calm through every situation. The mental fog that made decision-making feel like a heavy burden will evaporate under the bright light of divine clarity, granting you sharp wisdom, intuitive insight, and steady focus for every task. The subtle sadness that hovered over your quiet moments will be replaced by a bubbling, resilient joy that rises spontaneously from the depths of your soul. You will step into your day with a clear mind, a light heart, and a firm, confident step, knowing that every detail of your life is being managed by the Almighty God. This new dawn brings a season of unprecedented family stability and domestic happiness. The friction that once disturbed your home will yield to a sweet atmosphere of harmony, mutual respect, and patient love. The heavy worries you carried regarding your children and grandchildren will dissolve as you witness my invisible hand orchestrating breakthroughs, protection, and divine alignments in their lives. You will see your home become a true sanctuary of peace, a warm refuge where laughter returns, where provision flows naturally and effortlessly, and where my angels maintain an unbroken guard over every room. Scarcity, chaos, and emotional volatility belong strictly to the chapter that is ending tonight. The chapter opening tomorrow is defined by abundance, serenity, and generational favor. As you step into this new dawn of freedom, embrace the profound truth that your best, most fruitful, and most joyous years are standing directly before you. You are not declining into helplessness or fading into insignificance. You are stepping into the full, mature maturity of your spiritual authority and divine purpose. I am endowing your words with power, your presence with peace, and your path with unexpected beautiful miracles that will leave you in quiet awe. Walk forward into this bright future with your head held high, your heart open, and your eyes fixed upon my goodness. The shadows of the past have completely fled, the storm has fully spent its force, and the warm, golden light of my eternal morning is shining brightly upon your soul. Now, in this final, holy moment before deep, unbroken sleep takes complete possession of your mind, I seal your life, your home, your family, and your eternal destiny in the soft, unbreakable bond of my unconditional love. This seal is not a temporary mark that can be erased by human mistakes or worldly troubles. It is a permanent, divine guarantee stamped upon your spirit with the sacred authority of my eternal word. Nothing in all creation, neither height nor depth, neither present struggles nor future uncertainties, neither life nor death, can ever separate you from the unyielding, passionate love I hold for your soul. My love surrounds you like an impenetrable shield, covers you like a royal mantle, and anchors your life in a fortress of grace that will stand firm throughout all eternity. You can drop every remaining thought, every final concern, and every last thread of conscious effort into my capable hands. You do not need to keep watch over the night, for I am your watchful shepherd who never slumbers nor sleeps. You do not need to worry about tomorrow, for I have already walked into your future and prepared every step in advance. You do not need to hold on to your fears, for my perfect love has cast them out forever into the deep oblivion of my forgetfulness. You are fully safe, completely forgiven, infinitely cherished, and deeply loved by the Creator of the stars. Feel your physical body entering a state of absolute, weightless relaxation. Your breathing is slow, soft, and completely effortless. Your muscles are entirely relaxed, hanging loosely in deep, restorative repose. Your heart is beating with a calm, peaceful rhythm that matches the infinite quietness of heaven. Your mind is completely clear, floating softly upon the tranquil, crystalline waters of my grace. The darkness of the night is now a gentle, comforting womb of sleep, shielding you from the world and holding you close to my heart. Let go completely now. Sink down into the soft, warm depths of sweet, undisturbed slumber. Drift peacefully into the miraculous healing river of your sacred dreams, where my voice whispers words of comfort, where my hands wash away every remaining pain, and where my presence fills your spirit with divine joy. Sleep deeply, sleep peacefully, and sleep securely, knowing that I am holding your life in my hands now and forever. Close your eyes completely, step into the peaceful waters of my grace, and sleep deeply knowing I am with you always. Amen.